Welcome to a slightly different version of the Donohoo Chevrolet podcast. This month in December, we do have some great deals. I know typically people think end of the year is going to be the best time to buy a new vehicle, and at Donohoo Chevrolet, that is pretty much the case. We got a lot of vehicles with employee price specials, and we're also going to be talking about end of year commercial and government applications. I have Jamie here with us. He's our commercial and government manager, and we're just going to sort of walk through each of the vehicle that has an employee price special on it, talk about sort of who it fits for retail, who it fits for commercial and government, and what you could possibly look at Donohoo Chevrolet. So first car we're going to start off with is the Trax.
Great redesign.
It is a great redesign. This thing used to be not the best.
UFO with four wheels. Let's just put it there.
Yeah, but now it's actually one of the top selling vehicles for Chevrolet. It is a great vehicle, well powered, good torque, a lot of room in the interior. They increased the length of it, and now this thing is a great option for those looking for a good deal with employee pricing. It's a bit unique this month because Chevrolet requires us to advertise at a certain price. Now we will sell it to you at employee. So if you look online and you see our deals on the website, you're going to notice that the price is a little bit higher than what we're actually going to sell it to you for, and that's because Chevrolet does some funky stuff with advertising.
Just call us.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do.
Yeah, but we will sell it to you for employee price. The Trax, you're going to look at anywhere between 20 to 25. It is a great entry vehicle, fantastic options, kid safety features, drive safety features. This thing's awesome, but for commercial and government, we have it on the state bid, right?
Yeah, so state contract for government guys. So if you're an agency, any form of state agency, or anybody gets state funding, you'll have access to buy a state contract. That price, just call me and we can work it out. There is another vehicle coming in the lineup as well that we have state contract on. We'll kind of touch base on it. But as far as commercial and government, these are great cars for people who have office personnel that run up and down the roads. Great for colleges and universities that need a car to carry boxes of paper back and forth. But price point wise, you can't beat it.
All right. So the next one we have is the Equinox. Unlike the Trax, we can actually advertise employee price on the Equinox, so you don't have to do this weird call thing, figure out what it actually is priced at. The Equinox redesign is one of my favorites. It's a gorgeous vehicle, drives great, great, again, it's a lot of fun. They did a fantastic job. The interior feels a lot nicer than probably what the price point says it should. It is a very fun vehicle.
Absolutely. This is the car number 2 that we have on state contractors for government side. We can get these any way you want it. It is a set price, and then if you want to add some upgrades, cool, we'll do it all day long. Commercial wise, another great vehicle, a lot more storage in the back if you're carrying some things, or if you have some office personnel or like people on a gas company that go back and forth. Great car because it has all the room in the back for you.
What kind of upgrades do you typically do?
So base model comes out with the LS. This one here is an active, so you got your all-terrain tires, you have the off-white roof, you go from your cloth to your leather upgrades. Also, as far as your heated seats, things like that. Government guys, if you're needing something a little bit more flashy, we can do 4-corner strobes. That's going to be 2 in the front, 2 in the back. You can flip on if you're pulled over, if you're checking water meters, or if you're at the post office delivering something. A lot of different use cases. I have a full upfit shop that can do any kind of upfits that you need. Lighting, if you want a siren for something. Don't know why you put one on an Equinox, but we got them.
My father-in-law actually has sirens. He was a volunteer fireman up in Illinois. He had an Equinox that he put lights and sirens in just because he wanted to get to the fire station a little bit faster.
We'll show you what lights and sirens look like on the vehicle here in a second, though.
Yeah. Next up, the Traverse. It is, if you're looking for a family mover that's not going to break the bank, the Traverse is a great option. Again, just like the other 2 that we mentioned, employee price. This one also, like the Equinox, can be advertised at employee price. So you're going to be able to see the actual price online. The trim levels, the price points, I mean, you're talking some really good options that are highly competitive in the market. Donohoo Chevrolet is going to be employee price. We're hoping that's one of the better deals out there. but for a third row vehicle that can get everything you need in it and get it to where it needs to go, this is what I recommend to most people, unless they need towing or more power, which then we'll talk about the Tahoe and Suburban, but this thing's awesome.
And for the money, you can't really beat them. You get the size, you get the comfort, you get all the amenities you could want in one. I mean, look at it. It's like a little Tahoe, and it's not going to break the bank.
Yeah, let's go to the redesign. It does look like a little Tahoe.
And the Equinox, you can see similarities all the way down. So GM did a really good job with the redesigns for everything. They all look great. So
moving on to a class leader, the Tahoe. Now the Tahoe is a bit different. Again, like the Trax, we can't advertise past a certain point because of what's required. The Tahoe, everything but the Z71, this is also including the Suburban, but everything but the Z71 will be employee price for us. So you're going to have to do that. Hey, figure out what employee is by calling us type of thing. But as hot as of a vehicle as this is, and as much utility as you get out of it, I understand why this is a class leader.
absolutely.
Like, I actually own one of these. It fits my 2 kids. It fits my dog. It allows us to travel, to go where we need to go, and gets pretty good gas mileage too. For a V8, naturally aspirated, that's pretty good.
Yep. You can't ask for nothing better. As far as size and money goes, that's it. As far as the government side of things go, we do have the PPV, which is a police pursuit vehicle. It's speed rated, and my upfit shop can do your lights and your sirens and your cages and dashes, whatever you want done. My guys can do it here. I kind of want to speak on government commercial fleet accounts real quick. This goes for any vehicle that is a gas burner. You do get the extra powertrain warranty. So with that, your factory is going to be a 5-year, 60,000 mile. With your fleet account number, it's a 5-year, 100,000 miles. So you get the same warranty as you get on a diesel as you would on a Tahoe, an Equinox, a Trax. As long as you have a fleet account number, that's going to be your new warranty. So Chevrolet is not going to leave you out to dry on anything like that. They're going to make sure you're well taken care of, because having a fleet account number means you own a lot of vehicles, and Chevrolet is really proud of that, and they really do thank you. So.
For commercial use, is there anything specific we typically do to these things to make them more commercial oriented, or is it mostly just our PPV, sound off signal, government?
Yeah, so mostly Tahoe is going to be your government sector. We do have the sound off contract. We have one of those. So everything we do is going to be sound off quality, which is one of the top leaders in the nation as far as lights and sirens go. And we will stand behind that warranty with you.
All right, moving on to the Suburban. Same rule as the Tahoe. Can't advertise it at the employee price that we'd want to. Have to call. Does exclude the Z71. I have driven the Suburban, and on paper, it doesn't seem like the size difference would make that big of a deal, but it really kind of does.
Yeah.
When you start talking about getting 2 kids in, start putting people in the back, full grown adults in the third row, especially if you want to have that third row in use, but still have storage behind it.
Absolutely.
The Suburban is pretty much a game changer compared to the Tahoe. I love the Tahoe. I own a Tahoe, but there are times on longer trips on a lot more luggage that I do wish that I had just that extra 2 feet of space.
Absolutely. Or if you and your friends want to go golfing, a Suburban for the back, you can lay your golf clubs down in there. You still have plenty of room. Where in a Tahoe, you will start getting a little bit scrunched in the back. But that extra room in the cargo really helps out in the Suburban.
All right. Now, all of our Silverados, we are the nation's #1 2,500 heavy-duty truck dealer in the U.S.
Absolutely.
The entire U.S. So we have a lot of 1,500s still, although we are lower than a lot of dealerships because we are aggressive. We do want to price these things. The 26 models for the Silverado 1,500, 2,500, and 3,500, although I don't think we have anything that's not 26 in the 1,500, do we?
Right. It's all 26 from here on out.
Yeah, we sold out of those. So we only have we have a couple 24s left in the 3,500, and then we have a few 25s left in the 25 and 3,500 space. Those are going to be below employee. So as good of a deal as employee is, those are going to be better. So if you're looking for a good deal, if model year doesn't affect you quite as much, especially in the commercial side where you really do want to get the best for your budget. 24s and 25s are great options to look at because they are in below employee, but our 26s are going to be right at employee, and that's all trim levels. So we have the Trail Boss here. Right next to me is a 2500. We got a 3500 LT with a bed on it, all at or below employee.
I love putting beds on trucks. Speaking on the 24s, there are some really good discounts as far as commercial people go. If you need to spend that year-end money and you want something that's going to make you money in return, you can't get any better than some of the leftover 24s that we have with beds. Your biggest return on investment with your service beds or flat beds, what we have in stock, call because those won't last long. We've sold through a bunch of them today in the past week, but we do still have a handful left. Who doesn't love green? I mean, green on a Trail Boss. I think that's probably one of the most best looking trucks that I've seen in a long time. And I've been in the Chevrolet business for going on 10 years now. Chevrolet in the past 3 or 4 years has done really good with colors, introducing sterling and slate gray, the green, all that stuff is a big change for Chevrolet, and it's rocking and rolling.
Well, you got the Chevrolet LT, which is going to have your standard height, your standard wheel. I mean, it's not standard wheels, but the LT wheels. Then you can go with the Trail Boss, which is a 2-inch body lift.
Yeah.
And then you can go with the ZR2, which is going to give you a different entry point with a different bumper, the skid plates and everything else.
Absolutely.
And those are going to be stock GM approved items. But then you can go a step further and you start dealing with our friends at Fox Factory, where you start dealing with the Black Widow, the Rocky Ridge,
The Baja truck.
the Baja, which is online we get a lot of hate because that is a very pricey vehicle.
It's very special.
It's very special. It has over $35,000 in carbon fiber alone
It
on
don't
it.
look like it, but come by here and look at it. You'll see.
Or drive it, because that supercharge is fun.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. But yeah, Fox Factory, so that's the next step up. So you got your OEM, your Trail Boss, which you can go with a custom or an LT Trail Boss. Then you can go up to the ZR2, which is going to be just a nicer off-road vehicle.
Absolutely.
With all the little things
bells
you
and
need
whistles.
to go off-roading feeling good with the skid plate and everything else. But then Fox Factory takes it a step further with some of the top-of-the-line lifts, top-of-the-line suspension.
Yeah.
And you got the Rocky Ridge, the Black Widow. They call it, they have some limiteds, which we've done a feature on in the past. I'll put a link in the description below. And then you got the Fox Factory editions, like the Baja and some of those really pricey ones, but you do get the fun of a supercharged engine that puts out as much horsepower as a Z06.
Yep.
Which
In a truck.
In a truck.
Who don't love that?
Yeah.
Welcome to Alabama.
2500. We have a lot of 2500s. Like I said, we are the #1 retail dealer of HD trucks in the US. We have your stuff with the standard bed. We do have some options that have a bed delete with the beds on. I think we have some Reddings still.
Yeah, we have some Reddings, very few Royals, but there are some Reddings that we looked at.
Yeah, so service bodies, flat beds. We've done some breakdowns in the past on the different bed options you can get. But if you just want a truck that can haul what you need to haul, get you where you need to go, and is a great daily driver,
Absolutely.
the 2500 is a great option. At employee price, so the higher in MSRP you go, the better the deal the employee price is. So these discounts start getting bigger and bigger the further down this line we get.
Yep.
But for commercial use, you guys have anything special going on for these?
You still get the same warranty. That's a 5-year, 100,000-mile powertrain on those with fan numbers, your fleet accounts, versus the 560 that comes on a regular gas burner. As far as commercial government use, these would be more in line for people who have construction companies that haul a trailer or haul an enclosed trailer with material going to job sites, going to your place of business, whatever you need, and still have some comfort. If you in a program where your drivers can take the truck home and use it as a personal vehicle, you get a lot of return on investment with these things. So, and that's going to go to show on the 1-ton trucks next.
Well, the 2500 is where you start being eligible for the Section 179, where you're able to deduct the entire amount of the vehicle's value that year. So if you have a really good year this year, you want to be able to deduct some of those, some of that income right now. You could buy this side of the trucks.
Yep.
Qualify for that Section 179. It does have to be for business use, but you'd be able to deduct the entire value of that truck this year and be able to take that income off your income statement.
Better to buy something and use it rather than just pay Uncle Sam.
That's always true.
That's it.
Yeah. So we get into the 3500s. Like I said, 24s, 25s, you're dealing with below employee. But our 2500, our 3500 options have a ton of different bed options. We've broken down some of those in different videos, but you're talking about flatbeds and service bodies and specialty beds. But for this, on this particular one, we have a flatbed that is stacked out with the TM Deluxe. And basically what that means is it has all the functionality that you need for a gooseneck, but almost all the storage that you get
in a service body.
Out of a service body.
Absolutely.
And we have everything from an RD to the TM Deluxe. That's just in the CM line. We also have stuff that's NXG. We have Hillsboro. We have Redding. We have Knapheide. We run the gamut on what you need from beds. And then, like we talked about before, whatever upfit options you need. You need strobe lights.
Absolutely.
You need compressor. You need inverter. We can handle it for you. We can make sure you can get everything you need, that vehicle delivered this month, and also deployed it. That way you not only get the deduction for tax benefits, but you also get the vehicle to be deployed to the field ready to go.
Making you money.
No downtime.
Absolutely. And especially on trucks like these, we do a version called a job site ready. Those are ones we've kind of specially built out with transfer pumps and inverters and air hoses, things that you can immediately go to almost any job site and be useful. And then we can further customize the interior boxes if you want trays, if you want to add storage, anything like that we can do. As far as strobe lights, it's going to be the same. We can do the four-corner strobes on these, so in case you want some lights when you're stopped, cut them on, you'll be good to go. These things, it's just a plethora of things we can do to these trucks. They're customizable as far as beds, as far as options, as far as utility goes. Best bang for your buck. And I think for the money you invest in one of these, you'll make it back. Your ROI is going to be outrageous. So.
And then no downtime too. So if you ever have a service issue, or if you ever need something to be added onto the vehicle and you're worried about it being stuck in our service department, we do have loaner vehicles that are work truck focused with beds on them. That way you can limit the amount of downtime you have while you get your vehicle serviced or outfitted with us.
Absolutely. And that's the thing Donohoo wants to do, because if you're buying a vehicle from us, not only do we thank you, but we want to make sure that you're taken care of in the future. We don't want to just be a dealership you buy a car from. We want to be a connection that you have, that if you need help, we're going to be available. Out of everybody you could choose, we want to be the ones you call and help you grow your business. So as far as commercial goes, reach out to some of my commercial reps. We can set up, if you want to start exchanging trucks every couple months or every year or so, we can start planning that. We can order trucks for you. That way we have them on the ground and ready for you. When you're ready, you can trade it in, pick it up, and go. There won't be a time where you're going to be sitting down on the truck for a while or anything like that. We want to be in the business of helping you grow your business.
Yeah, that's one of the things. By being one of the largest HD dealers in the U.S.,
yeah,
or the largest retail dealer,
absolutely,
we do have stock. We do have allocation for these things, and our goal is to always limit downtime, whether that's having vehicles available for you in the service department, but more specifically for selling vehicles, we have stuff on the ground, upfit's already on, ready to go. That way you can buy, deploy, and get to work as fast as possible. No downtime, no downtime of capital. All you have is assets ready to go. So the last one we have here is a 2500 emergency vehicle.
1500.
Oh, sorry, 1500 emergency vehicle. This has the sound off, and you're gonna have to explain some of the kit out of this.
Yeah. So this was a truck we did for a local fire department. Reason it's all in red. So we have red and blues, of course, but this fire department wanted something that looked good, that maintained value. The reason they chose a LT Trail Boss. This truck can go home with the operator. So you have some of the amenities for family and comfort on the inside for long days on a fire scene or something like that. But as far as the outside goes, it's useful. I mean, you have your push bar and then you have your wing wraps. We live in North Alabama. There's a lot of deer. If you was to hit something going down the road in one of these, your truck's not going to be completely totaled. Whereas we can just replace the front bumper on these and you can get right back to work. The siren itself, so if you're responding to a call, you can flick them on. Lights for being on scene, all that kind of stuff. That's going to be the ones that need it the most and gives you the safety and security of knowing that when you're on scene, somebody's going to see you and you're safe getting to the scene. So this is a similar setup of what we could do on the Tahoe, right? Absolutely. We can do something like this on the Tahoe, very similar, or we can go further. We've had Tahoes that we do upwards of $25,000 worth of upfits on. But this is fun. This is what I get to do all day. So.
Ready for the siren?
Yeah, cut it on. So, that is dual 100-watt speakers. Very loud. And nobody can say they do not hear you coming. I should have backed off a little bit further than where I did, but...
That left ear giving you some trouble now?
That left ear is definitely ringing. But as you see, we provide quality. That's why we're partnered with Sound Off. They provide warranty for parts, and it's quality of parts, keeping you on the road longer with less things to go wrong. And if it does go wrong, call us. We'll make sure everything gets handled for you. At the end of the day, we want to be somebody that you can trust and depend on, not just somebody you buy a vehicle from. So.
Well, thank you guys for joining us in sort of this walkthrough. We'll get back to a more normal type of podcast in the future where we sort of walk you through how to purchase, different anecdotes, that sort of thing. This December, I really wanted to tell you guys about the employee pricing deals at Donohoo Chevrolet, why it's a great deal this month to move forward, and specifically government, commercial.
Absolutely.
This is the time to sort of set your budget, get things going, try to get these deliverables to you as fast as possible. And then next year when we actually work with you, get it, develop the relationship, we're going to stay with you down the road to make sure that you get exactly what you need when your business needs it.
Absolutely. That, and if it means sitting down with some of us and talking for a couple hours over what you need over the next 6 months or a year, give us a call. We'll sit down with you. If it's something we need to order and have ready for you, say you're swapping out 10, 15, 20 cars at a time, give us a call. Let us help you out. Let us be the ones that can order it and have it set up and you ready to rock and roll without having to miss anything. So.
All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.